be on in LA, I'm already hot. Goose and Leon hit me with the bass, that shit was ready rock. So I hit the booth and left it steaming like I'm Betty Crock. Steady tipping, plus we heavy dripping like a netty.
So listen, what's been going on? Obviously, it's good vibes at the festival. We're here at day 3. Give us a little update on what's been going down.
Yeah, so I literally just flew in last night from Portland. Yeah, but my whole team is here, all my friends, my family's here too. So we're gonna have fun. It's my first time at Osheaga.
That's amazing, man. As a Canadian artist as well, that's awesome. So what are your expectations for your set coming up?
You know what? I just want to give them the best possible performance that I can. You know, I just want, like, I want people to leave feeling inspired. You know, I want people to leaving like, yo, we just experienced something we haven't experienced before. I came here to be free. I came here to live. I came here to live. And I think, you know, the way I look at things, man, life has been so, like, uncertain. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The last few years.
Yeah, for sure.
And for me, the certainty has come through art. Mm-hmm. Art has always provided me a space of, like, peace, calm, and serenity. Even if it's heavy, even if the art piece is heavy, it still gives me that peace and serenity.
You can work through it that way.
100%.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. And I want to provide that experience for everybody who comes to Osheaga and sees my set.
What would you say is your first musical memory, like looking back? Were you in a musical family, or was it something you kind of came, into on your own?
I mean, for me, it's through film. Through film, seeing the way music supervisors put the perfect song to paint the picture, the scene that you're watching, to accompany it. I remember seeing that as a kid, obviously through like Disney stuff, and that was the first time it really hit me. Yo, this thing called music is powerful. I couldn't explain it. It was like a physiological experience. Yeah.
So in terms of coming into rap, then, what were sort of your first exposures there?
DMX.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
rest in peace to the dog, man.
Yes, rest in peace, Earl Simmons, man. Till this day, there was something about that grit in his voice, that just the, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it cut through the speakers. Yeah. It cut through the speakers. It cut through the beat. I felt what he was saying, as if it was me.
Yeah.
And
I really relate.
Bro, I felt it. And to me, that's what music is about, is feeling. It's the intangible, the things that we can't explain. There's no words for it. Yeah. It's just in there, the ether.
It's beautiful, man. So, I mean, at that point, were you making your own music, or were you just sort of just discovering it and then you started making your own tracks?
I was just discovering it. Okay. I didn't even go with the intention that I wanted to do it until I started replicating it. Right. And then it was kind of like a baby with a pacifier, it just became soothing, and then it became my go-to therapeutic activity. Yeah. And then I remember when I was in high school, they threw me into the Lion's Den to battle, and that's when I was like, I love words. I love what they do. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life.
So, I mean, in terms of that, like, what did you really draw from those freestyles? Because obviously it's a lot different than just, performing tracks.
Absolutely. It was the impact of lyrics. So for me right now, my favorite artists are artists that if you took away the music and you just read the lyrics line by line, would it still elicit some sort of effect on me? You know what I mean? Is it poetic? Is it sarcastic? Is it funny? There has to be something there. Yeah. Sometimes some artists put out songs and the beat just carries it. Yeah. And then you look at the lyrics and you're like, what's this person talking about? Personally, that's not my kind of music. I don't like that music. But I like music where I'm like piecing through and I'm like, whoa, they were talking. Yeah.
Well, you do a lot of storytelling as well and thematic stuff, right? Which, I mean, is really incredible. When it comes to putting those songs together, do you go for the beat first, or do you have an idea in your head and then you find something to suit that idea?
The idea comes first. Okay. Absolutely. Because when I hear the beat, I hear melody first. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, what melody will accompany this beat in a very soothing manner? But if I have the lyrics first, then I could paint that picture. Right. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Yeah.
You need a starting point for that. I mean, in your early music, was it always thematic like this, or did you just sort of do, other stuff?
I used to write stories.
Okay.
I used to write short stories, fictional stories. I don't know if you've seen Enter the Matrix with Neo, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I used to write my own versions of that.
Nice.
And, you know, I just always wanted to express things in real life that people would think was weird
Yeah.
and put it in music. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, there's so many things that we can't necessarily talk about.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, in a free conversation, right? Where you put it in music and it gives you a way to express it.
Exactly. Yeah. And you can literally say whatever you want,
Yeah.
which is liberating and cathartic.
Yeah, man.
Can I swear?
You sure can.
As fuck.
Now we're talking.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I find that sometimes there's rules as to what you can do here and what you can't do here. But when it comes to music, there's no such thing as those rules. Those rules are dissolved. You can do what your heart desires. Because if your heart desires it, somebody else's heart will desire it as well.
100%, man. Just real quick before we wrap up, obviously putting on for Canada all over the world. We've seen you on Colors. We've seen you on the Radar. How does it feel to be putting on for the country in such a massive way, man? Because we're proud, bro.
Oh, man, thank you so much, bro. That means a lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, anytime I go to a different country or state or show, I always think about Canada. I always think about Brampton. I always think about Toronto because I have so much roots in this place that I feel like I got to represent it to the top level that I can. So there's no, you know, there's no slacking. And I feel the same way about Nigeria, which is where I was born. I feel like when the kids or even the adults, when they see somebody representing where they're from, it's powerful. And I don't take that for granted.
Definitely not, man. And we appreciate that. Thank you so much for your time, bro.
Yes,
We really
yes.
appreciate it, man.